So here's how we tie a bowline. You're going to take the tail of the rope. I'm going to take about 2 feet of length here. Okay? And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a loop. Okay? Now, one important thing to know about making the starting loop for your bowline, you want to make sure that the tail part is on top. You see how the tail part is on top of the loop? That's what you want to do. So now you have your tail, and you're going to come up through the loop, and then you're going to go behind the working end. You're going to go around and behind the working end. Then you're going to go back into the loop that you came through. Then you're going to take the tail and the loop right next to it, hold that together, and you're going to pull in the working end. And that's how you set the knot. And there's your bowline. In order to tie a left-handed or cowboy bowline, you need to understand how a regular bowline is tied. Your regular bowline, you're going to go around the working end of the rope this direction. And when you make your bowline, you'll notice that your tail is on the inside of the loop. To make a cowboy bowline, all you need to do is after you come up through the loop, instead of going around the normal way here, you're going to go around the opposite direction here. And when you bring it through the loop and set your knot, your left-handed or cowboy bowline will have the tail on the outside of the loop. Here's one of my favorite ways to tie a bowline. I guess you could call it a hand-over flip technique. You're going to take your tail. Now all you're going to do is you're going to palm the tail, and you're going to go over the top. All you've done is created the loop by having a hand over the top. Okay? So you got your tail in the palm, you go over the top, and now you're going to push the tail up through the loop by rotating your hand. And what you've got here essentially now is your loop with the tail already running through the loop. So from here all you have to do is just go around the working end, back into your loop, set the knot, and there's your bowline. To tie a bowline on a bight, you're going to start with a bight of rope. And you're going to pretend that this bight is your tail. So you're going to start your knot normally by making your loop. Then with your bight, you're going to come up through the loop. And on one side of the loop, you'll see you have the bight. And the other side of the loop, you've got 2 more loops. What you're going to do at this point is you're going to bring the bight over the top. You're going to reach through the bight and grab those 2 loops. Okay, and you're going to pull those up. Now, the bight is going to come down here to the bottom. And then as you set the knot, you will have now a completed bowline on a bight. If you'd like to tie a backup on your bowline, you can use what's called a Yosemite finish. What you do is you make a standard bowline, but with a longer tail. So here's our normal bowline. Here's our normal bowline with a longer tail. Okay. In order to back this up with Yosemite finish, you're going to take the tail, you're going to go to the outside, and you're going to go into your loop. Now you're going to find where the working end is coming out. Working end's coming out right here, so you're just going to follow that path. And you're going to go down the working end. And when you set your knot, you'll have the backed up bowline with the Yosemite finish.